T-1.
T-1, yeah, for 19th October, where you're going to see India play their 4th game.
A thrilling match you made.
First at the new venue, I mean, MCA Stadium in Pune. I mean, the previous World Cup that was hosted in Pune, the World Cup match, it wasn't at the MCA, it was at the Nehru Stadium.
And but they have played a few games. India has played a few games.
This is the first World Cup game that you're going to see, 2023 in Pune.
The World Cup, we've hosted just one World Cup in last since
2011. You didn't play any games in Pune,
no,
right?
No.
Yeah, you didn't play any in Pune. But 1996, Pune did host a game, and Kenya beat the West Indies at that time.
Oh.
Yeah, but that wasn't at this stadium in Gaunje. It was in the Nehru Stadium, at the heart of the city there.
Asif Karim was their captain, no?
No, not Asif Karim. It was Maurice Odumbe.
Asif Karim was
2003.
He had that spell against Pakistan.
And also against Australia. 8 overs, 7 maidens, 6 maidens, 3 for 7.
Maurice Odumbe was the captain.
Yeah, Maurice Odumbe, Steve Ticolo, Martin Suji, Rajab Ali.
Did you bring up the upset? Did you mention that in the conversation to allude to something?
No, I mean, see.
So building up to the match between India and Bangladesh?
See, there have been 2 upsets this week. Afghanistan beating England and also Netherlands beating South Africa. Now, whether India or New Zealand, I mean, New Zealand are also facing Afghanistan right now in Chennai, or India facing Bangladesh, will that also be an upset? Or upset, we don't know, because see, India looks settled on all fronts. When you look at the batting, when you look at the bowling, the fielding, everything, they look settled. And looking at the press conference that Paras Mamre did today, I don't see any changes coming through. That's why with the same...
What all did he say? I missed it completely.
See, he first said about Mohammad Shami, whether you're going to pick Mohammad Shami in this match. He said, see, it is, according to the team combination, it's a difficult decision though to keep him out.
He said the communication is very strong. It's very difficult to leave out the likes of him, Ashwin also, both very talented players. It's a difficult decision.
He won't be aware of whether they are making any change in the playing 11. I think Paras Mamre would be the last person to know, or at least to spell out if the Indian team is making a change in the playing 11, because usually now what we see is that Rahul Dravid, or under his regime, you usually don't say anything or reveal anything as far as your playing 11, injury concerns or anything is concerned.
He also said that there is no talk in the staff or amongst anybody in the backroom staff about rotation or player match. There is no talk about
fair
it.
enough.
He said that there is winning momentum, and why bring about a change to a winning combination?
I actually thought that there's no harm in getting Shami back in the playing 11 for this game. I'm not counting, or I'm not saying that Bangladesh are just pushovers, because they've beaten
2007
India 3 times in the last 4 games.
Yes, they beat us in the ODIs 2-1.
Yes.
Asia Cup, our only loss was against them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but still, and Mohammad Siraj and Jasprit Bumrah, they're bowling pretty well, especially Jasprit Bumrah. Mohammad Siraj, I think, is trying to overdo. And that is perhaps one of the reasons why he's drifting down the leg side way too often. I think he's trying to get that extra pace and is trying to overdo a few things. He's a brilliant bowler, but just that the team management may also think that let's continue with Mohammad Siraj and let him get back into the form. But even if they get Mohammad Shami, because just in case in the coming few games, if there is a niggle or an injury concern, Mohammad Shami should be match ready. So that's the only, even if, and I completely agree with Paras Mamre that, if they want to go into this game with the, same playing 11, the winning combination, there's no harm. But even if you get Mohammad Shami, because he's no less a bowler than Mohammad Siraj. Just that, death bowling, maybe they prefer Mohammad Siraj over Shami because of his ability to get wickets and do well in death overs.
And we are now joined by Nitin from Pune, our reporter at Ground Zero. Hi Nitin, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear
An
everyone.
exclusive from Pune.
From Pune. Now, Nitin, firstly, you all gave us a scare. I mean, when you said, oh, it's rain in Pune. Now, we knew that before the World Cup, rain was following the Indian cricket team everywhere. Their two warm-ups got abandoned.
Ever since, in fact,
Ever since Asia Cup.
Asia Cup, exactly. It was in Palakele, then Colombo.
Yeah.
Then, of course, here as well, there were rain threats, and now finally in Pune as well.
Yeah.
Then
I remember
rain threat
Nitin
of sorts.
messaging us that, okay, it's absolutely fine. Suddenly at about 4, he messages, oh, it's raining. Nitin, what's the weather situation right now? And according to the locals there, what do you think? Is there rain predicted tomorrow in India-Bangladesh match?
Siddharth, first of all, everything is fine. There is no threat to this match. There was a sudden, passing showers at that time, but as of now, everything is fine. I'll try and show you some pictures. Let me try. Okay, can you see this?
Yes.
So, but as of now, everything is fine. There is no threat to this match. And yes, I mean, the pitch is still covered precautionary, and Bangladesh is now training here. And as far as the forecast for tomorrow's game and tomorrow's day, everything is fine. There is no threat, no rain at all throughout the day. Everything is fine.
Okay.
So that's a positive.
That is.
And Pune weather, don't have to worry too much about Pune weather. Usually when it gets very hot and humid, it starts to rain. But these showers, they don't last too long. And so I don't think there's too much of worry. Just that, people won't want to see any interruption during the game. And this is a new stadium, as you also mentioned earlier. And the drainage system is also pretty good. Nitin, what happened at the practice today? It was an optional practice. Who all turned up, and what did you notice? Because I believe ever since Shubman Gill made his desire to come back into the playing 11, or to show his desire that he is now fit and wants to go ahead with the game, he hasn't missed a single practice session, whether it is the regular practice sessions or the optional practice session. I believe he was there today also, and so was Ishan Kishan. And Ishan Kishan also batted pretty long. In fact, I think both of them were batting simultaneously.
Well, absolutely, Rahul bhai, you are absolutely correct. Ishan was here, Shubman was here, and Jadeja was here. So, but the best part was of this practice that Ishan and Shubman both were practicing in the net for, I think, around 40 to 45 minutes. They were in the practice, and that was an intense practice. And as you mentioned, that Shubman, since he made his comeback for the Pakistan game, he really wanted to be in that kind of situation whenever is required. So I should be match ready. So Shubman was there, and he practiced in the nets for a good 40 to 45 minutes, and so is Ishan was there, and Jadeja was there. But keeping in mind, as you were discussing, that what are the chances of making changes in the squad. So Paras Mamre was there in the press conference, and on the very first question, he started saying that see, we have not decided, or we have not discussed anything, to make any changes in the squad. We want to go ahead in this World Cup with our winning combination. So as of now, he made it very clear that we are not going to make any changes as far as this game against Bangladesh is concerned. And also he hinted that in a longer picture, he is not going to, or the team is not going to look behind or to look any changes in this World Cup. They want to continue with the winning combination as of now.
And Nitin, it rained in the afternoon. Is there any dew around?
No, not at all. As you can see, it's not wet. See, it's dry. So as of now, there is no wet, there is no dew. But I'll just go down and check, how exactly the grasses are. So, but as of now, everything is fine. No dew.
You know, yeah, no,
No, please go.
Interestingly, there were interesting visuals, Nidmai, that we saw yesterday. The BCCI put them out. One such visual was Rohit Sharma grasping the ball and then, rolling his arm over. He's not bowled since 2016 January. Anything today that you saw, was he, by the way, seen with the ball again? Because yesterday we believe he did spend some time rolling his arm over.
Was he there at the practice today?
Yeah. I'm just asking him if he made any such observation today.
Nitin, was Rohit there for the practice today?
No, not today. Not today. That the instance which Harshit is talking about was yesterday's instance when Rohit Sharma, just took the ball and he was just trying to put some balls in the nets to the batsman. That is something which happened yesterday. Today, only 3 players was there, and the rest of the team wanted to rest at the hotel only. There was no, it was an optional practice. So only Ishan was there, Jadeja was there, and Shubman was there today. But yes, as Harshit was mentioning, that Rohit Sharma was, rolling over the arm and he was bowling to the, to the batsman. Yes, that happened yesterday only, not today.
Okay, so that is the situation. Only 3 players then. Only Jadeja, Ishan and Shubman.
Though one thing Nitin bhai, if you could throw some light on that, there still continues to be some sort of doubt about the inclusion of Shakib Al Hasan. Anything that we are hearing from the Bangladesh camp as far as his fitness is concerned?
Actually, he is still in doubt. I mean, it's going to be touch and go for him because I spoke to the team manager and team director Khalid Mohammed here, and he was telling us, that he has gone through a fresh scan and he will be assessed. His scans will be assessed and a final call on Shakib will be taken by tomorrow only before the match. So as of now, they have not opened anything on Shakib, whether he is going to play or he will be rested, or if he is going to take rest, then who is going to be, be there as a replacement in the squad. So Bangladesh has not declared or announced anything officially on Shakib, but yes, they have said that a final call on Shakib will be taken by tomorrow only.
But he batted yesterday, right?
He batted. The only thing is, he batted. Yes, he was there. He batted, I think, for half an hour. But he didn't touch the ball at all. He didn't touch the ball at all. And right after his batting, next sessions, he just left the ground. And when we tried, to check more on him, that what exactly he is feeling after the practice, is he feeling or complaining any kind of pain or discomfort. So I was told that there is, as of now, he is okay, no complaints from his side and no pain. But a precautionary scan is very important and recommended by the doctors. So scan has been done, and the scans will be assessed tomorrow, and then team management will take a call on him.
I'm sure after the scans and everything, he'll also undergo the fitness test. Anyways, Nitin, we'll let you go.
One thing, Rahul bhai, which is, Shakib wanted to play. He wanted to play, but doctors are saying, no, we cannot take risk on you because World Cup is on. And if something bad, has happened to you, is going to impact the team. So we want to, to keep him. The management wants Shakib to be there in the safe zone. They don't want to risk, Shakib. So that is why I think there will be a final call by tomorrow, and then Shakib's future will be decided. Will he be playing or not?
Maybe I think we'll have to wait until tomorrow if to know if Shakib Al Hasan will be in the 11 or not. Although my gut feeling says that he should play and he will play most likely, unless he is badly injured and the doctors also recommend that he shouldn't play, because it's a crucial match. And also Bangladesh, I know, will not start as favourites, but within the team they will believe that they can actually beat India, of course, because of the past few results that they've seen, beating India thrice in the last 4 games. So anyways, Nitin, we'll let you go. I believe you have other things as well lined up, so do let us know if you have any updates or information. Do let us know, and we'll let you go for the time being. So as Nitin was saying, Shakib Al Hasan is a doubtful starter for tomorrow's game. But for India, one more game and they'll inch closer to that. That
Top two?
six matches.
6 matches, yeah.
6
You have to
matches.
win a minimum of
Winning
6.
six, basically.
Yeah, to make it so and as things seem right now, New Zealand also will make it 4 wins out of 4 games.
You're looking at a scrap for number 3 and number 4
Number
between
three and
five teams.
I think South Africa and England have opened that
Yeah,
competition.
those two results. They've actually made it very interesting because let's say teams like Australia and Pakistan who'd lost games, they get a new lease of life. Let's say for them, let's say it's an opportunity, or they remain where they are because of those results going their way. So wherever they were, they've got more company. Let's say so that makes it a proper dogfight now for Australia.
Although now you're going to see some teams, among that 5, cancel each other's prospects out, because remember 20th, it's Australia versus Pakistan. 2 teams involved in that scrap for 3 and 4.
And also the next game that England and Australia they have to play each other.
Yes.
So that will also clear a few things as to where both these teams stand. Australia didn't start well, but good thing for them is that they've lost to teams. To better teams.
Yeah.
England have lost to Afghanistan, South Africa have lost to Netherlands. You don't expect them to lose these kind of games, but they've lost, which means that they also will have to make up for those losses, and for that to happen, they'll have to beat higher ranked or better teams or pre-tournament favorites like maybe Australia. Pakistan, I thought after the first 2 games were in a better position, but then the way they lost to India. They've done some good for Australia, team like Australia, and then England also lost to Afghanistan, then South Africa lost to. So as you said, I think there will be a last ditch effort as far as these number 3 and number 4 spot is
Exactly. And remember, as far as change or rotation of players is concerned, if you have to look at it, India, if they lose to Bangladesh, God forbidding that happens,
if India
lose to Bangladesh, then even they are also at risk of losing momentum, because 3 out of the 4 games that they will play
the
in
next
the next
two,
New Zealand on 22, England on 29th, 5th is South Africa.
Yeah.
So those 3 teams, they will hold the key as to where you finish in the top 4 for India.
The Sen nations, because A you already did.
A you're already dealt with. South Africa, you are facing N, then E and S. That's it. Well, second is
And
Sri
then
Lanka,
N
by
again.
the way.
Netherlands.
again.
I think India, it should be. I'm not saying that India will for sure beat Pakistan, but I think it will be comfortable for India to make it to the semis at least.
Yeah.
Because see, they've already won 3 games.
Yep.
And out of these 3 games, they've beaten Pakistan and Australia.
Yes.
So effectively, you can say that they have to win 3 out of their next 6 games.
6 games. Yep.
And you would expect them to do that
against Bangladesh.
So they've got Bangladesh, Netherlands, and Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka,
These are 3 easy wins.
Exactly, and in the last game against Netherlands, God forbid if they are in a situation where they have
Net run rate issue.
Yeah, they have to see what their net run rate would be.
How's he taken that?
Well, it's Mitchell Santner. He can
Wow.
take impossible catches. That's
Wow.
And it's effectively his home
ground. There are 2 guys.
Yeah.
Devon
Devon Conway and Mitchell Santner. So he can take impossible catches.
and for,
right up there.
And for New Zealand, if they actually it looks like that they will win this game, for them now it will be 2 wins out of their next 5 games. 5 games?
Yeah, 5
Now
games.
they've won 4 on the trot.
Yeah.
So I think they are also in a very, very comfortable situation.
Yep. Because they will now face the tougher of the nations. They're taking one on South Africa in Pune in November 1st. India is on 22nd. Then Australia is on 28th.
And they have Pakistan, which can always be a banana.
Yeah, that's always been a banana peel for them. So that's why. And their last league game is, I think, against Sri Lanka.
Actually, if they get this, and New Zealand did have the luck of the draw their way, beyond England, their first 4 fixtures were good fixtures.
Exactly. And they're playing Afghanistan. So yeah.
As in?
So they had England as the one tough fixture. After that, they've had what are the other fixtures?
They had Netherlands.
They've had
Afghanistan.
And the last game was against.
Their last game was against.
This is their last game.
No. The third game.
The third game that they had.
The first they
beat England.
England was the one tough
Sri
fixture in
Lanka.
the first.
Sri Lanka is later that they play.
Netherlands.
Yeah, a very.
the one that in which Kane Williamson got
Bangladesh.
They beat Bangladesh.
Yeah, Bangladesh it was.
So they've had
So
Bangladesh.
ideal when you look at starts. Let's say Australia had a very tough run
Because
in
you had
every
India
order.
and South Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
England, if you look at it,
And tomorrow
Their
they've
start is
Pakistan.
pretty easy.
Tomorrow they've got Pakistan.
Australia in Bangalore.
In
day
Bangalore.
after tomorrow, you mean? Tomorrow is
Yeah,
India,
yeah,
Bangladesh,
yeah,
day
yeah.
after.
You look at the first four for them. If India, let's say, had or any team had that kind of a run in, then you would have had some complaints, let's say, or at least be saying that okay, it's not going to be an easy start.
See, even in
But India did.
in
They
Not as much as
2019,
Australia.
You had Australia and you had Pakistan. Two potential this things.
Yeah.
The only easy fixture sprinkled in there at first was Afghanistan.
see, even in
Now
2019, India had a pretty tough start. I mean, you look at it,
South
South
Africa.
Africa was first, then Australia. So that was also, they won both of that convincingly.
I think it's become a routine for the Indian team. Of course, I'm sure the players they know how they are starting their matches, even in 2021 or 2022. So I think it's become a routine for the Indian team that they start against the stronger opponents.
Yes.
If you see with Pakistan, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Here also, they've started against the qualifiers. So India,
Both the qualifiers,
Yeah.
in fact.
Yeah.
I think-
Netherlands and Sri Lanka.
I think it's it's a double-edged sword as far as India is concerned. You saw it in 2021.
Yeah.
They also started against Pakistan and
New Zealand. They had to win only those two.
Yeah.
Win one of those two.
One of
One
those
of those two,
Yeah.
and the moment you lose both of them, you are virtually out of
Yeah.
contention for a place in the knockout.
Correct.
So here, if you win those two, and they have won two important games against better teams like Pakistan and Australia. So they are in with a very good chance of making it to the semi-finals. As far as New Zealand they are concerned, even if they lose a game here and there, they don't need to panic because they know they have a cushion of 4 wins.
Yes.
So I think New Zealand and India will be very shocking if they don't make it to the semis.
Yeah.
But Australia, I think they'll have to do something that they did in
99. Yes.
But they can because their tougher fixtures started off early. Their first 2 fixtures here, you had India and South Africa. That's an
But
unforgiving
at
start.
least you should have won at least one game out of those.
You should have won against South Africa. If you
What worries me was not the fact that they lost both, is that they were thrashed.
Both the times they didn't even get to 200.
Fair enough.
Both the times, I think 177 and 199.
But you know what has I understand what you're saying and I completely agree. What has benefited them now is that South Africa have lost to Netherlands and England have lost to Afghanistan. So there is still, if not two, at least one position still open.
Vacant. Yeah.
So in that semi-final slot.
This week onwards, from 19th October, you're now counting down to just 1 month to the final.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
You're
November 19th is the final.
By now, next month you'll know your semi-final, rather the finalists.
Finalists, you'll know.
finalists.
See, by all accounts, India and New Zealand are making it if this form remains. But there is going to be a big scramble for number 3 and number 4.
Yeah.
We don't know. See, our original.
It's an IPL like situation where you get to know the semi-finalists or the
Where Gujarat and Chennai
on
are
the
there.
last day.
I think you'll come to know about it on 8th because I think that's when England take on Australia.
That could potentially be a
No,
deciding.
Pakistan a day before India. I think who's playing on 11th? Pakistan and
That's what
The schedule is
the schedule is there only.
11,
Yeah.
just check Shivam, 11 November.
11th November.
there must be 2 matches or 1.
Yes, England, Pakistan.
Oh, England,
Australia,
Pakistan.
And
That and Australia, Bangladesh.
so I think on 11th you'll know who your semi-finalists will be.
Yes.
So basically you will have at least 2 if not 3 contenders. If I'm picking Pakistan also to remain in contention, although I have my doubts, but still I think on 11th you have England are also playing, Australia are also
Pakistan
playing, and so is Pakistan. So I think it's very much like
The original, one of the rescheduled games.
IPL like situation.
Yeah.
But are we looking at players that India really need special plans for tomorrow?
I mean, if Shakib doesn't play,
That's
then
half your problem sorted.
half it's sorted. You will have to have a plan for Mushfiqur Rahim.
Mushfiqur, yeah, because he's got 250s already.
Yeah, he's been solid in the lower
I'll
middle
give you a
order.
plan for him. Get under his skin.
I mean, yeah, you can do that. Hardik Pandya, let him bowl to him. He can get under his skin then.
No, I think Hardik Pandya, he gives you a lot of allowance.
Yeah.
That you can play somebody like Shardul Thakur. If you wouldn't have been bowling
Yes.
that
True,
well,
true,
you
true.
would have had to play Ashwin or Shami
Yep.
Yeah.
in that 11.
Indeed.
The way Hardik, he is as good a bowler as anybody.
And right now, I think he's bowling best that he's ever been bowling in his career.
He has pace, he has swing, everything.
And he's got variation as well.
Yeah, he's bowling very, very
He can
well.
take you by surprise with his bouncer also.
Yeah, I mean, look at how he did against Pakistan. I mean, he was the one. Okay, he got hit, but then even smart tactics. He told Rohit Sharma, just move that fielder wide of car. I'll lure him
Yeah,
into the
he
drive.
got
and
you that
edged.
breakthrough, even though for whatever sorcery that he did. But it paid off. Whatever it was, India were in desperate need of a breakthrough because otherwise Imam and I think it was Babar.
Was it the first time you saw Rahul?
No,
That
no,
kind of
no.
a thing that Hardik Pandya did.
There are a lot of things that like what Stuart Broad did. Remember that?
Oh yeah, during the Ashes.
Bale.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes, that Bale.
They also got a wicket
With
after that.
Bales.
Yes.
Then
He also
yesterday,
got a-
whatever was happening, I don't know if there was actually something mentioned or written in that sheet.
Yeah.
that they kept bringing, and immediately after that they would lose a wicket. I don't know if they did exactly what was written on that sheet
Or something
not.
different.
Or it's something like what happened. You would remember that game, Australia versus Pakistan. Last ball of the day, I think Basit Ali was on strike.
Oh yeah,
Shane
yeah,
Warne.
Shane Warne.
Shane Warne just called Ian
It was
Healy.
Sydney. Where was it?
Sydney.
Called Ian
95.
Healy. They had last
Yeah,
ball
yeah,
of the day.
yeah,
They
yeah,
had a brief chat, not a brief chat actually, a very decent, lengthy chat.
Yeah.
And the next ball, the final ball of the day, he got
Basit
Basit Ali
Ali.
out
So
bowled.
and Ian Healy had apparently told him that.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Richie Beno's commentary. You wouldn't believe it. He's
Yeah,
done
yeah,
him
yeah.
between his legs.
Done him between his legs. Yeah, yeah.
And later when Shane Warne was asked about it, he said, we were just discussing about our meal,
Yeah, yeah,
food,
meals,
and
yeah.
all these things. It had nothing to do with what kind of a delivery I'll bowl. So
Genius.
at times these sort of totkas
Work.
also work.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first time I saw Hardik. I mean, he's doing some aggressive thing and.
But he said, so that question was put to him as to what he was exactly doing over there. Hardik Pandya, in very Hardik Pandya, uber cool way. He's like, I was just telling myself, don't over try, just stick to the plan and you will be rewarded.
Another
There was
process
the
guy,
reward.
yeah. Just like MS Dhoni, another sticking to the process. So yeah, let's take some comments here.
Yeah, we should.
Yep, let's take some comments, and I think that's Prithvi Patnaik. I'm sure about
Twice.
it. Yes. Okay, Prithvi Patnaik is like saying, I have nothing against Shardul, but on these pitches there is nothing for seamer. Everyone has been hammered except Bumrah. His bowling won't be effective, and the team is only giving him 2 overs. Shami should replace him or Sky if they need batting.
But actually, Shardul is best on those kind of pitches where you're getting nothing for the seamers. Because he'll get you wickets from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Prithvi, I understand where you're coming from, but another one gone.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, and for Shardul, he may not be the best bowler around, he may not be the best batter around, he may not be the best fielder around, but as a package, maybe he brings something that Rohit wants. And, I think it's Rohit's trust in Shardul Thakur that he keeps getting back into the 11. I agree with you to an extent, and also it gives you an allowance just in case if you have a niggle or an injury during the game. It's a 50-over game, so you need to have a backup, and at number 8 you want to have a player who can who can bat a fair bit, and we know what Shardul Thakur. I think as a package, his utilization is something that the Indian team needs.
Yep.
Also, I think, especially on flat tracks, you're always going to be seeing him ahead of Ashwin because I think the Indian team is also looking at that point where if you're asked to chase in excess of 350 or 350 also,
need to bat
you need
aggressively.
somebody, and if you lose in, let's say, pursuit of that big target, you want somebody, you want that assurance, especially on the
No,
flat
although if you ask me,
decks.
I don't know what sort of a wicket you'll get here. Most likely you will get a Pata sort of a wicket. But I would still, if you ask me, I would prefer Ashwin over Shardul.
Would you?
Yeah, I know because I would. I think Ashwin will be a better bowler than Shardul, and this is one-day cricket. It's not T20 cricket where I think Ashwin is good enough to get a few runs with the bat. And when I say few runs, I'm saying
20-30?
a run about 20-25 runs. He's good enough. He's good enough, and he's a pretty good bowler. A specialized bowler.
And this Bangladesh side does have a fair number of
left-handers.
Yeah, so you never know. Maybe Ashwin does get a game tomorrow, or maybe Shami gets a game tomorrow. But that will be a luxury to have 4 fast bowlers: Hardik, Bumrah, Siraj, and Shami. So I don't know. It will be a luxury. So I have my doubts if Shami, or at least. Even
all 4 of them.
Yeah, even if Shami plays, I think maybe you might just rest
Bumrah,
Siraj or Bumrah. But then I think Ashwin or Shardul will definitely play, either of them.
Either of them, yeah. I think I don't see any changes. What is
Most
there
likely
with
they
the... Yeah.
Another super chat we have from Pitu. Just scroll down.
Yeah. Sir, in 2019 World Cup semi-final, do you know why India dropped Shami, who had the best strike rate at the World Cup, for Bhuvi? Because Taylor and Kane were comfortable to face swing at 125 kmph from Bhuvi and scored 240 on a slow pitch. Team is repeating the same mistake. But we don't know the pitch, what it will be, Prithvi, in Pune. Because first time, hosted 2023 World Cup game there. It's the first game there. And on top of that, even in Old Trafford, if you looked at it, that was a different strip that you played in. The earlier games, it was flat.
It was
The
very
Pakistan game was flat.
Yeah.
And batters could hit much more than that. And also, West Indies, I think, was also at Old Trafford. India, West Indies.
The way Indians were batting in that tournament, at the toss, if somebody would have told the Indian team that New Zealand will score 240,
They would have laughed.
They would have taken it happily.
Yes.
Happily. And if that game would have finished, you never know.
Yeah.
On the first
On
day.
the first day itself.
hindsight.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have won that game there and then, but then things happened. And
Yep.
Rain
Bad
happened.
30 to 45 minutes of play. Again. So, that's the situation. I mean, okay. Piyush Nandre is saying New Zealand versus South Africa will be the most thrilling match in this World Cup.
New Zealand
Versus South Africa.
Is he talking
Will
about this
be.
World Cup or the Rugby World Cup?
Yeah, will be the most thrilling match in this World Cup. I mean, we don't know whether New Zealand South Africa will play in the final of the Rugby World Cup. Yet, we don't know yet. So let's see.
in the final. But
The Rugby World
Rugby
Cup.
World Cup.
Rugby.
They are on course, so they're both in the semis.
Both on the semis.
Yep.
And so far, I don't think there's been any. I think the closest to a thrilling could be that Pakistan and Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka
Even-
game, yeah.
Even that was also
Sorted.
Pretty much a
dead
foregone
and buried.
conclusion.
Yeah.
Maybe
Manchester
as far
Rizwan
as
was there.
excitement is concerned, maybe Afghanistan's win over England, although the margin was huge, but
Exactly. You
hardly any thrillers.
But
Exactly.
see,
So
that
far-
game was alive till the time you had, this one playing. Harry Brook. Because Brook has the firepower, you know.
yeah.
He did score a 50 the other day.
against spin, he has
been
his
found out.
deficiencies,
Yeah,
and he was also found out.
I'm just saying that was alive till that point.
Just
Otherwise,
because he was there at the
there
crease,
exactly.
that's it.
But otherwise, there's been no nail biter.
maybe the game yesterday, South Africa, Netherlands,
You
kind-
know,
That also,
No.
yeah.
it
No,
was
actually,
also one-sided.
it would have been thriller if Miller had to stay till the end.
exactly.
Once Miller was gone, you knew it was a matter of time.
Scottons, yeah.
Because he was the only real remaining resistance.
That match was over much before then it actually got over.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think South Africa flattered themselves by batting through the quota. Because
Only the Pakistan-Sri Lanka game, but that too towards the fag end you knew that Pakistan was
you've not had
supposed
a thriller.
Once you knew Rizwan was there,
Yeah.
you got into
So far, we've not seen a single match that has not been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, even the upsets have been pretty decided up to the point.
Yesterday also, and that Afghanistan-England game also.
Yep.
True.
2019, at least you had 3 thrillers.
And see,
at the
today,
yeah.
I think today, New Zealand and Afghanistan, you tell me, who will have interest in this game? You know, you already know this is now the second innings is 17 overs old.
Yep.
I think in the first 5 overs also, only it was, I think we all knew that this game is over. Or maybe when New Zealand actually scored 289, I think that match was
done. Yep. Because in 2019, at least in the first couple of weeks, you had 3 thrillers.
See, 2019, if you're thinking about what are the thrillers, India, Afghanistan,
New Zealand, South Africa,
Afghanistan,
Birmingham,
yes.
and of course the final.
the final.
But
yeah.
beyond that,
That's perhaps the most thrilling game ever in ODI.
You know,
cricket.
that game against India, when India were playing against
Afghanistan.
England, sorry. You know, India were in with a chance. It was just that Dhoni
said no.
just couldn't get the ball.
Out of the square.
He just said no. Let's play for net run rate.
Yeah, so India still, and people were hoping, because that match was not gone till the time Dhoni was there. It was just that he couldn't get the ball away. So I wouldn't, you know, that was, we have not seen a single game like that also. Even that New Zealand game that India lost, at least there was some artificial excitement when
Jadeja
was
was
there at the crease.
And Dhoni, when he got that 6 over
Ferguson, yeah.
Ferguson off this Ferguson, you know, third man.
Third man.
Over third
no,
man.
not third man, deep point.
So your
deep
friend Piyush Nandre is saying, is Rohit's 200 loading tomorrow or in this World Cup? Is he looking different since the Asia Cup? Hey, that quick 80 against Australia and bilateral, and then against Pakistan, that 86 runs that he got.
200 seems unlikely. The way he is batting.
But man, when it's coming to 6 hitting, he's raised his gear
but
next level.
My point is he's batting more aggressively than he did in his 200 days. So I
Yeah.
think you will see him get out more often than not.
Yeah, he's not waiting till the 35th over, because 35th or 40th over he'd be 100 of 110. Next 30 balls he would score another 100.
Nowadays Rohit Sharma is
He's
all
changed that
about
template.
He doesn't want to stay on the crease for 50 overs. All he wants to do is create impact, go and let the others take it forward.
As what Samarth is saying is that Rohit Sharma is basically trying to follow the Brendan McCullum 2015 World Cup template. Just be uber aggressive in the power plays.
Yeah, I mean, see, it didn't work for him against Australia.
In the final.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't work for Baz in the final, but
Once he got out, by the way, that was another match which he was done.
Kiwis surrendered.
No, but Rohit Sharma, I think he's trying to play with this template for quite a long time.
2 years
It's
now.
just that, it's just that now he's finally getting runs with that template, because not many tried to follow him, because a lot of other players were. They were ready, content to just get runs. That's
Correct.
it. But Rohit Sharma, he's lost so many wickets. He's lost his wicket so many times. I thought
Just the other day against Pakistan.
Yeah, Rohit Sharma, it was such a boring match.
Yeah.
It actually for such a massive crowd.
It was a
I know-
terrible match.
Yeah, it was just that Rohit Sharma at least gave them
6
something
sixes,
to.
yeah.
Otherwise, they could have easily chased that score in say about 45
40
overs,
overs.
40.
But I like what he said the other day. He said that there's people like Virat and KL. You have got anchors in the side. Somebody needs to be aggressive. So I decided to take that role,
And you never,
which is great as a skipper.
if the Indian team does win this World Cup, and with Rohit already getting amongst runs, Virat has already got 2 good innings out of these 3 games. Maybe next year T20 World Cup.
Rohit will join Dhoni as the only other player to win in all 3 ICC trophies.
Correct.
7 Rohit World T20, 13 Champions Trophy.
just wasn't there.
He wasn't there in the 11 World Cup.
11 World Cup.
If he wins this, even he also completes
Imagine-
cabinet.
And next T20 World Cup, he'll be there.
Yeah.
Imagine it took him 8 years after he made his ODI debut to play his first World Cup game. This is in Australia.
2011 he was there in with a chance, but that
They went for
wanted
Piyush Chawla.
They wanted a spinner.
And plus injury and form issues also. No, he had a.
He was setting the stage on fire. He was always that promising guy, but as Rahul said, it's that need of a spinner that MS had.
Yeah, one of the guys I forgot. Even New Zealand West Indies 2019 was a thriller. Remember Bolt, New Zealand West Indies. 291.
Carlos Brathwaite.
Brathwaite. Bolt taking the catch at the boundary. So
Yeah.
yeah. So any other questions?
But
No, we
it
can-
does look like, just as we're on the same page, it doesn't look like anyone else out there is also suspecting in India lost tomorrow.
No.
Everyone seems
Nah,
convinced.
no.
Yeah.
Your major games where you have to look out for a result and it's 50-50 is New Zealand, England and South
In
Africa.
fact, tomorrow also could be this another one-sided game in which India just steamrolls the opposition, because if, let's say, and we've seen this in the past with Bangladesh of these 3 matches that they've played, if it wasn't for Rahim and Shakib, these guys would have bundled for a below par total. Tomorrow, if you don't have Shakib, then you can only imagine
No,
how
and
much
also
he could
don't
possibly
read too much into that Asia Cup loss also, because there India rested key
course.
players.
I'll give you another reason why you shouldn't. Of those 4 losses, the 3 losses in the 4 matches we talk about, most came on very spin-friendly tracks.
Also, by the way, look at the margins
not
of those
necessarily
defeats.
getting
You
that,
lost by about 4-5 runs,
6
I think.
runs,
6
yeah,
runs
you lost by
in
6
the Asia
runs.
Cup. So
Loss
again,
is a loss.
A loss is a loss, agreed. You weren't playing full strength is what I'm saying.
Akshar
Right of
Patel will not
conditions
look
has
back
changed.
at that game fondly, because Akshar suffered that injury which put him out of the
Oh,
World Cup in that
yeah.
Asia Cup game only, no? Yeah,
the
torn
ball hit
quadriceps
his
and a hand injury.
Hand injury.
Poor Akshar Patel. Yes, so
Chale?
yeah, let's go. So that's about it.
अरे बोलने से क्या है? There are how many subscribers do we have now?
221.
221K.
21.
Soon to reach 222.
222?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should say soon to reach 250.
We will.
Yeah,
We
please,
shall.
Muhim, आपकी मुहिम.
please subscribe here. In fact, you've supported us all through these months, years, and this is the World Cup time. We've tried our best to get you the on-ground coverage and get you the latest updates, news,
Yep.
discussions. So many important people, so many voices that matter. It is only and only for you. We don't do this for ourselves.
Yep.
So yeah, will be very appreciative if you could subscribe to Sports Today.
Yep.
To us also. So
You're gonna get ground reports from every single game. Nitin's gonna give you live updates from Pune tomorrow. Rahul's also going to go for, when's your next game, Rahul? 29th or 22nd?
Dharamshala.
Dharamshala. Okay.
Yeah.
So from Dharamshala, Rahul's gonna give you live updates and all the latest.
And it doesn't it doesn't cost you anything. It's just that the family grows.
Yep.
And we've grown to a family of 2,21,000. Just that, and if you can help, you can always share these videos that we do, because it's a people get to know that there is something called Sports Today, and a lot of our viewers who've been watching us for so many weeks, months, years, they have not subscribed. So at least you can subscribe and let people know about Sports Today, because we are trying our best, and do also let us know what we need to do better.
Yep. Just tap that bell icon.
Yeah, you know
Well,
when we're putting up a new
You
video.
guys DM us all the time, leave us a comment, reach out, and yeah, we look forward to your company tomorrow.
Thank
as
you,
well.
yaar. Thank you very much. In fact, we will, if you have any suggestions, any opinions that you think that because the World Cup has just started, it's still over a month left for this World Cup to get over. Do let us know if there's anything specific that you want from us, if there's anything specific that you want us to do. Do let us know, because we are all one single family, and it doesn't take much of time to subscribe. You just have to press that subscribe button or the icon, and also that bell icon, so that every time we are live from the studio, from anywhere in the country or abroad, you are the first one to get to know about it.
Yep. So from Rahul, Harshit, me and Shane, it's bye-bye. See you soon.